You want to know how much this crap was cost?
You people are fucking pathetic, standing around in the rain, watching a paedophile go past in his fucking gold carriage in the fucking rain, where you can barely afford to fucking eat. Yet you're glorifying and celebrating it. It's actually embarrassing. You fucking people are peasants. They throw you bread and you support them. Why don't you want more in life? You fucking sad, poor excuses. Fucking sort your fucking lives out, you fucking mongs.
According to this article, the crowning of this welfare king and this queen consort cost the nation between 50 to 100 million pounds. Late Elizabeth coronation, that bullshit was 912,000 pounds, 20.5 million pounds in today's money. While Charles' grandfather George whatever that shit is, was crowned as 454,000 in 1937, worth 24.8 million in 2023, and the most expensive coronation of the last 300 years. And that's how much we're spending this crap on. There are 14 million people in poverty in the UK, while some entitled, that's a quarter of the UK's population. It's around 60 something million. While some entitled Pratt expects us to clap as he put his gold hat on. Have a little think about your priorities. Yeah.
Percent Evening Standard and The Independent has revealed an escalating hunger crisis among children in poverty who are not eligible for free school meals. As many as 800,000 children in England fit into this category. Head teachers and youth workers report that it's leading to desperate behaviour, with pupils stealing food to eat as the cost of living crisis bites. Youth worker Jack Price, who works in 3 South London schools, describes what he sees on a daily basis.
I don't think people realise that a lot of these young people will actually just go hungry. A lot of these young people will just stay silent because they understand the hardships of their parents or their family or their guardians. They know that times are tough, and they're not trying to put the burden on their parents and saying, well, Mum, I ain't really got breakfast, I haven't eaten at break or lunch. A playground is meant to be a place where kids are having fun, and now that fun, you can see, is washed down with kids who are hungry. You're seeing kids share food. Kids are robbing, kids are stealing from supermarkets because they're hungry. No kid wants to do the bad thing. No kid wants to steal, but they're taking food because they're hungry. The amount of people who are going through these struggles is growing.
Food charities say the number of school food banks they supply in London has doubled in 3 years. Every Wednesday at St Mary's Primary School in Battersea, parents queue for the food bank. What's surprising is that most have jobs. They don't earn enough to pull out of poverty, but they get more than £7,400 a year, and it means, crucially, their children are no longer eligible for free school meals.
£7,400 a year. And they are denying their children free school meals. It's a lottery system. Winners and losers, pitted against each other, divide and conquer. This is the classic specialty of this Anglosphere system, this rotten system in the UK and across westernized countries, especially the UK, these Commonwealth countries. UK has historically treated the poor like shit, gum under their shoes. And this is what they get after all the people pay all these taxes. This criminal enterprise, coronation crap, all this stupid ritual crap. People are starving to fucking death. And I have to say, where is our fucking priorities? Where is the people have to sit on the... When is the time where the people have to sit on the table and question this governance system, this monarchy crap, royalist bullshit, in the name of bullshit tradition and bullshit culture stolen, nothing original, out of the Anglican Church. Such bull. And this is it. This is it. This is what we celebrate.
The way
this crap.
The credit works on your free school meals.
Pushing this crap.
You're only able to buy one school meal. So let's say snack items or bottle of waters, that takes away from the credit for the one
Our
school meal.
children are being malnourished.
To just operate, let alone to be doing well in school.
And nuts.
You know, the way that these topics work hand in hand with each other.
So-called first
That
world.
young people who aren't eating healthy meals or they're not eating enough food at all, they will do badly in school. It all starts at school, because if they can't do well in school, how would they be able to apply themselves in real life? How would they be able to get a good education? That is the system of forever
austerity.
At Mandeville Primary in Hackney, they provide free school meals to every child. The government only funds 62% of these pupils, but the schools say the remaining 38% also live in households on universal credit. Many would go hungry if not for Mandeville's policy.
They're destroying universal credit.
Them £15,000
they're destroying free school meal system. This is what they're doing. They're destroying the school system.
The food that they eat when they're
it happens to be marginalised minorities and marginalised poor white people in the country.
What would normally happen is that at a certain point in a child's primary school career, they'll get to a point when those free school meals will end, and families then have to try and work out where they're going to get the money from. So I had one parent.
I do not know what to do.
Cost of the gas while you have all of this. There was one time they tried to, destroy the supply chain of vegetables. This is what they are doing, killing people, making people sick, pushing strife, poverty every fucking time they get it in this fucking country.
Jennifer Jones is a mother of 7 children. In 2016, she was struck down by a rare autoimmune disease and became disabled.
So I can't walk. I haven't walked since 2016.
This is how they treat the poor here. This is how they treat the poor here. This is how they treat the disabled here.
Outdoors because it's easier to get about.
Earlier this year, Jenny was hit with a £1,600 energy bill.
They are destroying our basic needs. Our living standards are going down the drain.
Make savings, but with what consequences?
I live in a house where I've got a lift that the wheelchair goes in.
They are deliberately.
And I thought, well, if I have meters and the electric ones,
they are deliberately
I've got medication
destroying the lives, millions of lives in the country.
If things get cut off, so it's a bit of a struggle, to be honest. I've had to really cut back on things, like charging my scooter, which used to be charged overnight. Now I'm sort of charging it for half the time, and I broke it down in the high street and I've had to call up my son.
of nationwide strikes began across multiple professions, from ambulance crews to border officers, all in protest of skyrocketing living costs. And as the days get colder, many are faced with
People
a
can't pay
terrible
their
choice:
fucking
feed the
bills.
home
People
or
can't
feed the
afford to
family.
get
From Whitehall, one of
food.
the poorest districts
Basic
of Brighton on the
needs
South Coast,
are not
special
met
correspondent Malcolm
in
Rabbit
this
reports.
country.
Sue Meachin is cooking up
And we want to
300
gloss it
hearty
over
meals.
with some
Her
bullshit
kitchen is at the
tourism,
vanguard of the fight against hunger
for some
in this social
bullshit
housing complex
coronation.
and beyond, as millions of Britons are forced to cut back on life's essentials,
No.
food and warmth.
100% it's cooked with love. And it's made for these people that really, really are what I call the forgotten people. People don't care about them.
People
but we
are
do.
indebted.
And that's the main thing. Taste it, mother. Hi, Grandma.
Janet Cronin's non-profit provides home deliveries because the local authority can no longer afford to run the service. What's your assessment of how bad the cost of living crisis is?
Pretty bad. It's dire. There's just so many things. You can't even have your heating on. You've got to be careful. Do I eat? Do I put the heating on? And I'm the same. Like, I've got my heating on that much.
Food price rises have been the sharpest they've been for more than 40 years. And this element of inflation
More than 40 years
is
of this
hardest because
neoliberal
proportionately, they
globalization,
spend more of
unregulated,
their income
free
on
market
food than the better
system
off.
that have
Single mother
destroyed the
Natasha Bell is
social
heading for a handout.
systems of this
Once a
country,
music
of
business
public
executive, she fell on hard
services.
times and into the red. A non-profit, Christians Against Poverty, helped to get debt collectors off her back. Despite working part-time, Bell is reliant on food banks and the advice of debt coach Neil Avard.
You've got 2 kids, is that right?
Two. One's
kids.
11 and one's 14.
How do you see things like Christmas coming up?
To be fair, I'm dreading it.
How desperate would you say the situation is?
I can't even imagine.
It is still fresh. People want to forget about it. Oh, doesn't matter if it's 6 months ago. Doesn't matter if it was 5 months ago. Doesn't matter if it was a year ago or a couple of years ago. It's still happening to this
Natasha
day.
Bell isn't alone. A recent survey
Does not happen. Does not mean it's not happening. This shit that people want to gloss over. Because people, because you're stupid, lying, big business control government want to lie to yourself and lie to you and lie to yourselves and talking about, oh, inflations are low, things are going back to normal. Why are you upset? Coronavirus is gone. COVID is gone. No. 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 These are the same fuckers that want to tell people that they're not going to unleash the wolf with their Great Reset. These are the people that are willing to can't wait to drop the further bombs onto westernized countries with the Great Reset. You all will be poor. The welfare king announced it in 2020. 2020. If you want to watch the future of Britain, I recommend a film. I forgot the name. The Children's Men or something. Let me find it. The Children's Men or something. The Children. Yeah, Children of Men. I recommend watching this film. You want a taste of the future of this country. Oh, you're not far off. This film set in 2027. This is the 2020s decade. You got the fucking king and his servants serving him. You got the peasants outside just clapping, brainwashed, clapping, clap, 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 clap. You will see how bad it will be. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. There's a reason why they deliberately limited the release and cleared any marketing strategy for these films, because films that have a message like this are not allowed. Like Idiocracy. This is the Idiocracy. Okay? The Idiocracy. This crap. All these golden plates, all these stupid hats, and all these materials stolen from third world or the global south, particularly Africa. You suck them dry. Your big business empire. These are fucking welfare kings. Welfare fucking family. Who, where people have no problem with them, but like to shit on people who live off welfare, who can't afford basic needs. They need government support and they're shitted on. But wealthy fuckers, wealthy welfare fuckers can get money, take our money, squander it, wipe it with their asshole, with their servants serving their fucking. Ugh. It's just pathetic. Wasteful money. Yes, it is. It's a joke. Just laugh. Because it's hilarious that people would take this shit seriously. This cult seriously. It's clownery. It's clownery. And the world is seeing it. Get over yourself. This orgy for display of wealth and senseless spending. Absolutely correct. Let's be real. People want to blame it on Brexit. People want to blame it on just COVID. No. It's got nothing to do with those. It's got to do with your system. Embedded, institutionalized system. A rotten system that serves the few. This motherfucker, this welfare king, this greedy motherfucker has a personal fortune of 1.8 billion people, and this motherfucker is telling peasants to bow down and worship him. Monarchy benefits from not paying inheritance tax. It's easy to see why many people are not happy with this. No shit, Sherlock. No shit, New Labour. All these jubilees and all this bullshit. Expensive pantomime indeed. This place is a shithole. Go and look at Singapore. Go and look at China. And compare this. Compare them to this shit place. Shithole. They bring their own control of immigration because they big employers that want exploitation of outside talent because they're stealing, putting it into their pockets. You think they're gonna help foreign students? You think they're gonna help them? These motherfuckers are greedy. It's just hilarious. I could not watch but laugh. When I watched Scott's segment, that was correct. That was exactly correct. The yes, sir, yes, yeah. Oh, this nonsense. May the Lord worship you. Nonsense. Worship Mammon. You're worshipping Mammon. Living Mammon. And you have, this is the reason why the Anglosphere part of the Western world, the most disheartening shit about this part of this Western world, is that they're not the French. They're not the French. You're not the French. You're not the French because the French fuck them like this, insult them like this, slap them like this. You will see a wolf coming your way, and you will see come climbing down your ass like they're doing now. We're doing nothing like last time. When that old bitch died, yeah. We're supposed to care for these motherfuckers. Indifference to not giving a fuck makes no difference. They're stealing, and people want to ignore, cover their eyes. They're stealing from you. Yeah, you're living in dump, moldy, small houses, struggling to pay electric bills, energy bills, and then you want people to worship your old fart ass. No. Worship 1.8 billion. Oh. This country, we founded a lot of other entities of this Western world. We are the headquarters of neo-feudalism. Just like we are the headquarters of neoliberalism, globalization. We groom and teach generations after generations after generations for the past 40 plus years to go back to the good old days of the wild, wild west of feudalism, Gilded Age. Yes. Yes. Not just in the UK, across the westernized world. This is it. This is a commercialized bullshit. Big business has already taken over westernized countries. Complete fascist takeover. Western society becoming more fascist, more Nazi. than ever before. We have erased history and yeah, this is it. This is the norm in the West. We have the audacity to shit on countries we lie about and act like they're drones and they worship the leaders. You know, we talk about North Korea so much. We talk about China so much. We talk about Iran so much. Yet, these countries serve their people. Unlike our countries, don't serve shit. That's why we don't like those countries. We're doing everything we can to, with our PR campaign, because we can't touch the big one, the number one, but we can try to destabilize and suppress the smaller ones like North Korea and Iran and Cuba and Venezuela. People's needs are met. Basic needs are met. Here, none of that. None of that. But we want to scream democracy. We want to scream and lecture how people should live and adopt our system. What system? The world can see this. They don't want it. And then, you're not going to force them. They don't want it. Rightfully so. Avoid it. Run to the hills. When you see a fucking representative, diplomatic representative, or some fucking president or vice president running to countries, lecturing, we are our best partners, you should do this, you should do business with us. No. Run to the hills, because this is not what you want. This is not what you want. Avoid it. And I think the world has gotten a message. You already gotten a message with our version of capitalism. They don't want. Including our former partners, our client states as well, across the globe. Including all these Commonwealth realms, satellite nations of the UK. They don't want this bullshit. Oh my goodness. We're finished. The last days of the human race. This crap